Street around 4:30 a.m. after 37-year-old Hector Luvianos Barrera called dispatchers to report that he had just killed his wife. Police found the woman with life-threatening injuries, and first responders pronounced her dead at the scene. Luvianos Barrera was taken into custody without incident and has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. He's being held at the Kane County Jail ahead of a detention hearing. This holiday season, U.S. drivers are seeing some welcome relief at the pump. AAA says December has been the cheapest month for gas this year, with the national average holding around $2.86 a gallon. That's more than 18 cents lower than a year ago. Google's parent company, Alphabet, is buying data center energy firm Intersect for $4.75 billion. The deal aims to secure massive power supplies needed for artificial intelligence. Intersect will operate independently as Google expands AI data centers nationwide. Instacart says it is ending a price testing program after some shoppers saw different prices for the same items. The company says the test raised trust concerns and will stop immediately. Retailers will still set prices, but Instacart will no longer support item price testing. The Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce has elected attorney Stephen A. Magala as its 2026 board chair. Magala, a resident of Elgin and shareholder at Lavelle Law, has served on the Chamber's board since 2023. He brings extensive experience in corporate law, mergers and acquisitions, and commercial real estate. Chamber CEO Carol Geiske praised his leadership, noting his commitment to strengthening membership programs and services. Magala says he looks forward to working with the board and staff to enhance value for members and support the Elgin community. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wines and beers all nestled on shelves. Got some advice from our helpful elves. Oh, so many gifts to explore when you go to Total Wine and More. Bottles so delightful, whoa. Price so amazingly low.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized Cash Rewards or unlimited Cash Rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Awards reserved.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
This is Alan Walters reporting the Elgin News from December 26, 1925. Tramp robs victim and takes train. Shortly after 12 o'clock last night, Alfred J. Sidenglance was accosted by a tramp on the Milwaukee right-of-way near Oak Street and relieved of $12 in cash. Sidenglance, who was on his way home, crossed the National Avenue Bridge to find a freight train blocking his path. The thermometer tottering on the 5 below zero mark was no invitation to wait, so he continued down the tracks to get around the waiting engine. As he approached Oak Street, a man jumped up from the side of the tracks and jammed a gun into his face with an emphatic, "Give me all your dough and make it snappy." Sidenglance obligingly proffered his billfold, only to be met with a sardonic, "Say, I don't want the billfold, give me the money." The exchange was quickly completed.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Today, areas of fog before 11 a.m., then cloudy with a high near 47, temperatures falling to around 44 in the afternoon. Wind gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, patchy fog after midnight, cloudy with a low around 38. Tomorrow, cloudy with a high near 44. Currently, it is 42 and foggy. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades. And then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X.
Looking to set sail on your dream vacation? Cruises International has you covered. Specializing in land and sea getaways, they're here to make your vacation unforgettable. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, they offer personalized service with a global network of specialists to ensure your trip is tailor-made just for you. Call today at 800-255-7447 to speak with a cruise and vacation expert. And don't miss Travel Tuesdays on WRMN AM 1410 every first Tuesday of the month from 11 to 12 p.m. on Out to Lunch. That's Cruises International. Your vacation, your way.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
Welcome, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN AM 1410. We're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Excuse me. As always, we thank you, everyone, for tuning in today and being a part of the conversation with us. Thank you to Chief Lally for coming into the station today, talking with us a little bit about different things happening in the Elgin area, where, of course, what are some things that recently came up, things like that. So if you want to rewatch it, it's posted on our YouTube channel. You can find it on youtube.com/WRMN radio. Don't forget, you can hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you can always keep yourself up to date and in the loop with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN. Now, also, if you go to our previous live videos, you can check out our Christmas with the WRMN Morning Show. That was I was going to say a couple days ago, Matt. No, it was yesterday. And there's also a Christmas Eve edition, too. So you can watch that one. If you want to try that out, or if you want to view it for yourself, you can find it on our YouTube channel. A very happy holidays to everyone. Yesterday was Christmas. Today is Boxing Day. We'll talk a little bit about that here, too. If you do want to view that, of course, on YouTube, we'll share some pictures and things like that, too. So stay tuned for that. Starting off here, let's go through the weather and temperatures. Again, for those who are just tuning in, we are in that dense fog advisory today. Pretty foggy today, executing a pre-planned activity identified in the instructions posted onto the weather alerts here on weather.com is where you can go to, but that advisory is in place until 11 a.m. this morning. Now, there's going to be, of course, as we're seeing it, some areas of that dense fog with visibility of 1/4 mile or less at times. And again, impacts includes low visibility, could make driving conditions hazardous. It is a little bit foggy out today, especially earlier in the morning today. So if you want to check out the entire radar on that, you can find it. That's on weather.com. Today, though, is a high of 47. It's going to be pretty much cloudy throughout the whole day today. We see it going down to 36 for tonight. Cloudy with areas of dense fog, winds light and variable. That's coming up. That's going to be for later tonight. Tomorrow on Saturday, we do see a high of 46 degrees. It's going to be cloudy in the morning and pretty much throughout the whole day there. Chance of rain is predicted to be 30% chance predicted right now, and that's going to be a low of 32 degrees coming up for Saturday night. As we get into Sunday, temperatures do rise, periods of rain with a high of 54. Chance of rain right now predicted at 100%, rainfall near 1/2 inch. Now, it does get to that drastic change in temperature drops with a low of 15 degrees, windy and rain with possibly some snow showers in the evening. Now, if it does happen to snow in the evening and we don't hit that low of 15, possibly what could happen is, again, we could get some of that freezing rain before it turns into snow. So again, that snow accumulation will be coming up for Sunday. Less than 1 inch is predicted. For Monday the 29th, we do see a high of 22 degrees. It's going to be windy with snow showers in the morning. It's predicted to be colder. So even though the high is 22, it's going to feel colder than that. We see it dropping down to a low of 11 degrees coming up, partly cloudy skies, and that will be for Monday night. Tuesday the 30th, we see here a high of 26. Some sun is going to be coming up in the morning with some increasing clouds during the afternoon. We see it dropping down to a low of 24 degrees coming up. That's mainly cloudy, and that will be for Tuesday night. That's the 30th. For Wednesday for Wednesday, I did this last time too. For Wednesday the 31st, it's going to be a high of 27, considerable amount of cloudiness, winds about 10 to 15 miles per hour. It does drop down to 12 degrees chilly, mostly cloudy skies early, becoming partly cloudy later at night. That's for Wednesday the 31st. That's going to be New Year's Eve, which is definitely a party central time and a big time to travel, of course, to check out the balls dropping, right? Or, viewing the lights and going to different parties and things like that too. So it's definitely going to be a busy time of the day coming up. That's Wednesday the 31st. It's my dad's birthday. Yes, I'm excited for that. We're going to have a nice dinner. And then I am going to go to a New Year's Eve party with my boyfriend. So that should be fun too. That's Wednesday the 31st. Thursday, usually the day where a lot of people are a little bit more on the hungover side. High of 18 degrees. It's going to be cold, but it is going to be nice and sunny outside. So we see it as a high of 18, mainly sunny, and then it does drop down to a low of 3 degrees, and it's going to be clear coming up for Thursday night. Friday, a week from today, we see here for the 2nd of January, a high of 22, generally sunny despite a few afternoon clouds, partly to mostly cloudy coming through. It's going to be a full moon, and that's going to be for Friday the 2nd. That's going to be a low of 17 degrees. So check this out and more in the forecast. That's weather.com. Now, there are no inspirational stories that are posted, or at least, there are inspirational stories posted on sunnyskies.com, but they're a little bit older. And if you go to the inspirational stories category, they haven't posted in a couple days because everyone's been busy for the holidays. However, there's still inspirational stories that are posted every day, including under the good news section. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this one that was posted today. This is a deputy that saves Christmas after finding abandoned packages on the road. Christmas came just in time for several families in Virginia, thanks to a sheriff deputy who refused to let abandoned packages go undelivered. Dinwiddie County Sheriff Sergeant Terrell Coles was on patrol near the town of McKinney last week when he noticed something unusual along the side of the road. Sitting near a group of mailboxes were multiple packages that clearly hadn't made it to their final destination. After taking a closer look, Coles realized the addresses on the packages didn't match the mailbox numbers nearby. Coles contacted FedEx and spoke with the manager, who said someone would come retrieve the packages. But after waiting several days and keeping the packages secure in the back of his patrol car, no one ever showed up. That's when Coles decided to take matters into his own hands. He told WTRV, quote, "At that point, I took off my sheriff's office hat and put on my Santa hat." The deputy began delivering the packages himself. On the first stops was the home of Olivia Davis, who was stunned to see her missing delivery finally arriving, saying, quote, "I had actually given up on that package." Coles said stepping in felt like the right thing to do, especially during the holidays. He also said, quote, "I know how I would feel if I had ordered something and didn't get it here on time. One thing about police work is you wear many different hats, and this is just another hat." For the families who thought their deliveries were lost for good, the deputy's unexpected visit made the season a little brighter and proved that sometimes Santa shows up in a patrol car. So that's a nice little inspirational story there and a nice recent news posting there. You can find this and more posted on sunnyskies.com. They've got some good ones out there. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll go through some interesting facts. We'll go through, of course, the word of the day, the National Day calendar. It is also Boxing Day today, so we'll talk a little bit on the history of Boxing Day. And then if we have some time, maybe we'll go through a conversation story. And then, of course, talk more about what's happening locally and recognizing those local businesses, too, in the Fox River Valley area. Stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch. WRMN will be back after these messages.
Kick off your weekend with a little flair. It's Dino's Night Out, every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM. Dino brings you the best of the Fox Valley's entertainment scene. Live music, local artists, street festivals, great eats, and the personalities behind them. If it's happening, Dino's talking about it. And bringing the spotlight is none other than the legendary Arcada Theater, located at 105 East Main Street in St. Charles. Catch dinner, drinks, and a show, all under one historic roof. So whether you're making plans or just love to know what's hot, make it a date with Dino's Night Out, Fridays, 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM, or stream it live at WRMN1410.com. Dino's Night Out, powered by the Arcada Theater, where Fox Valley comes to play.
Picture this, you're on a date, and then bad breath happens. Confidence gone. Here's the truth. Most gums and mints are just bad breath Band-Aids, but not Zellman's Minty Mouth. The functional breath freshener you swallow. Tiny dual-action capsules with mint on the outside, parsley seed oil inside, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders, even garlic and onions. It's only available online. Go to Zellmans.com, Zelmins, Zellmans.com, code FRESH for 15% off.
Are you looking to buy, sell, or trade something? Maybe clean out that attic or basement, or just make a little extra cash? Then don't miss Tradio on Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. Weekdays at 12:30 p.m. Call in to let folks in the Fox River Valley know what you're looking for or what you've got to get rid of. It's easy, it's free, and it's a great way to connect with your community. Call in at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. If it's got to go, then let us know. Only on Tradio, here on WRMN AM 1410.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. We hope you're enjoying the morning so far, getting closer into that afternoon time. And stay tuned for more local programming here on Out to Lunch. We've got some good things coming up here for sure. Let's go through what else we have going on. Well, of course, we've got the amazing fact generator. Maybe you knew some of these interesting facts, and maybe you didn't. Let's read through some of them. 19th century British surgeon, his name was George Merriweather, believed leeches could predict the weather. His tempest prognosticator, displayed at the Great Exhibition in 1851, failed to catch on. Now, if you don't know what a tempest prognosticator is, it is quite an interesting machine for sure. Is what I say, it is a machine, but nonetheless, still, it's actually quite beautiful. It's beautifully designed, if I have to say so myself. And there's some cool pictures out there of what it is, and kind of going into the description of what it is too. But I think it's beautifully designed, in my opinion. I think it's cool. It almost looks like a merry-go-round. I don't even know, but it's supposed to be leeches in these bottles predicting the weather. It might be just a kind of kerfuffled contraption, but I think it's pretty cool nonetheless. And even to have a miniature one in your home is a pretty cool display, especially for that type of style there. I do like it. I think it's cool. I don't know about you, but I think it's cool. Let's see some other interesting ones as well too. Born in 1844, Edmonia Lewis became one of the first African-American artists to earn international acclaim. She sculpted marble busts of abolitionists like Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, and Horace Greeley. And her patrons included President Ulysses S. Grant. Very cool. Here's another interesting one. When a man allegedly found a dead mouse in his can of Mountain Dew, Pepsi had an expert claim and an affidavit that the drink was so acidic it would have dissolved the mouse after 30 days. I don't know if that's necessarily a good fact to know about, but I guess to keep you up to date on that, I don't know. Just in case you happen to find one in your Mountain Dew can. Now, this is an interesting one. I don't understand. I don't know. On a genetic level, all human beings are 99.9% identical. I guess in the terms of, I don't know, that we're human, right? 99.9% of us are human, I guess you could say. I don't know. Which means there's a small percentage of maybe aliens out there. I don't know. But anyway, with that being said, of course, there's some other ones out there, including the word huh is understood in all languages. That's interesting. So if you go, huh? Yeah, it's understood in all languages, I guess. So there you go. Got some interesting things there, and maybe even some big questions you might want to know about too. So maybe we can talk about some of those in the time. Let's see what else we have going on here too. We've got the word of the day today. Now, this is recognized on December 26th, and it is grandiose. Grandiose. It's definitely a grand word to say. It's a large word, grandiose. It's an adjective. It's spelled Grandiose, grandiose. Now, grandiose is usually used disapprovingly to describe something that seems impressive or is intended to be impressive, but that is either not possible or practical. So here's an example. The long vacant historic building has finally been purchased, and the developer has announced grandiose plans to make it the center of a new theater district, right? We all have these grandiose plans, right? Sometimes they don't work out. Sometimes they do. But that is the word of the day. It's an adjective recognized today on the 26th of December. And we're getting closer to the New Year's, folks. Let's take a look here at the National Day calendar. What are some days that are recognized, celebrated, and enjoyed on the National Today calendar and National Today calendar? Well, today is Day of Goodwill. That is recognized today on the 26th. Now, this is actually a recognition in South Africa. A public holiday throughout the country, the lingering spirit of Christmas continues as South Africans bask in the sunshine, enjoy a day at the beach, savor long lunches, and just spend some leisure time outdoors with friends and family. The holiday also gives citizens a chance to give back to society through volunteer work and charity affairs that are organized. Now, this was started to celebrate here, or at least recognized as a national day back in 1994, and this is known again as the Day of Goodwill. Now, there is some history here, of course, too. The weather is warmer and pleasant in South Africa, and so naturally more unconventional Christmas activities are common, like heading to the beach, or they also do have long lunches, too. Some other days that are also recognized as well is Boxing Day. Boxing Day is a celebration. It's World Boxing Day. Now, many countries associate this with the British Empire. It started as a day to give those gifts to the household staff of Britain's upper classes, but has morphed into a sort of shopping holiday of its own. In fact, it's one of the most popular days to return Christmas gifts to the stores. Now, let's read a little bit of some history of Boxing Day. The day after Christmas, Boxing Day is celebrated in the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. But let's be clear about something first. Boxing Day is not about pummeling opponents. This unique holiday has its roots in gift giving on one hand and classism on the other. Here's what we know about Boxing Day origins. The entire British class system worked to make Christmas Day a big deal for wealthy elites. They splurged on Christmas dinners of geese, turkey, and other fowl cooked by kitchen staff. Household servants worked hard making all of the holiday preparations during the years, well before the conveniences and technologies advanced of the Industrial Revolution. Messenger boys regularly ran errands, and postmen delivered mail and packages year-round. Boxing Day on December 26 gave the wealthy a chance to repay their servants and tradespeople with paid time off and small gift boxes filled with trinkets or coins as a show of appreciation for their service during the holidays and throughout the year. Servants and tradespeople also prepared gift boxes for their own families too. I know that this was a tradition in my family on my Bermuda side. So my mom's dad, my grandpa Bill, came from Bermuda. He lived in Elgin most of his life, but he was born in New York and then he moved to Bermuda, but his family all was originally from Bermuda. And he did come from a more well-off family, go back far enough into the early 1800s, 1700s, 1600s, all of those different things. He had quite a bit of some more well-off family members who, were sea captains and tradesmen and salesmen and, owned large properties of land. They had servants. And so, quite a few people like that in the family. So it was a tradition to have Boxing Day. It was traditional to have Boxing Day, and it's something that we still celebrate today, too. So growing up as a kid, Boxing Day, we always went to my Grandpa Bill's house. He at the time lived on Mohawk Drive in Elgin. Many of you are familiar with that street there. And growing up as a kid, I always went to his house. It was on Boxing Day, and we'd get little gifts. And so it was something that was a tradition that he did in his family. It was something that he passed down to us too, and it's something we still do as well. Just a nice time to spend time with family members and people that you love as well. Now, some historians attribute Boxing Day to small boxes of alms placed near church doors, requesting donations to help the poor during Advent. On the day after Christmas, members of the church clergy would distribute the donations to needy citizens throughout the community. December 26 was chosen for these charitable acts because the day was dedicated to Saint Stephen, a patron saint known for good works and his status as the first Christian martyr. So there's quite an interesting history here. You can read more about Boxing Day and some of the cool things that are recognized, different gifts that are out there. Gifts that are out there too. So you can even find some of them Boxing Day gifts. They have what's called like these crackers. You might be familiar with them. They come in a tube and they're wrapped up usually in some sort of a paper or somewhat kind of like a foil. And then you twist them and you crack them and then they pop. And then you can find little candies or coins or things in there too. That was always a tradition of something that my family did, my Ingham family on my mom's side did growing up. So very cool to have that. It's a cool history to have in the family, that tradition as well too. So I love it. I think it's great. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Coming up next, we'll continue on with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. We'll go through some more national days and a conversation story of the day as well. Stay tuned. We'll be back after these messages.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Starbucks. The Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce has elected attorney Stephen A. Magala as its 2026 board chair. Magala, a resident of Elgin and shareholder at Lavelle Law, has served on the Chamber's board since 2023. He brings extensive experience in corporate law, mergers and acquisitions, and commercial real estate. Chamber CEO Carol Geiske praised his leadership, noting his commitment to strengthening membership programs and services. Magala says he looks forward to working with the board and staff to enhance value for members and support the Elgin community. A Batavia man is facing murder charges after police say he killed his wife early Tuesday morning. Officers responded to an apartment on Church Street around 4:30 a.m. after 37-year-old Hector Luvianos Barrera called dispatchers to report that he had just killed his wife. Police found the woman with life-threatening injuries, and first responders pronounced her dead at the scene. Luvianos Barrera was taken into custody without incident and has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. He's being held at the Kane County Jail ahead of a detention hearing. This holiday season, U.S. drivers are seeing some welcome relief at the pump. AAA says December has been the cheapest month for gas this year, with the national average holding around $2.86 a gallon. That's more than 18 cents lower than a year ago. Google's parent company, Alphabet, is buying data center energy firm Intersect for $4.75 billion. The deal aims to secure massive power supplies needed for artificial intelligence. Intersect will operate independently as Google expands AI data centers nationwide. Instacart says it is ending a price testing program after some shoppers saw different prices for the same items. The company says the test raised trust concerns and will stop immediately. Retailers will still set prices, but Instacart will no longer support item price testing. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
Find what you love and love what you find at Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
A little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
When disaster strikes, flood or fire, every second counts. At Emergency Construction Group, they specialize in immediate response and same-day service for any residential, commercial, or industrial emergency across the Chicagoland area. With over 30 years of experience, they've got the expertise, manpower, and equipment to handle any size loss fast. They follow strict IICRC guidelines to restore your property the right way, the first time. Their team values transparency, constant communication, and strong ethical standards because your peace of mind matters. Licensed, bonded, and insured, they're here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 855-4ECG now. That's 855-432-4669. Or visit their website at emergencyconstructiongroup.com and let Emergency Construction Group put your life back together one step at a time. That's Emergency Construction Group. Your satisfaction is their passion.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blade. Today, areas of fog before 11 a.m., then cloudy with a high near 47. This afternoon, temperatures falling to around 44. Tonight, patchy fog after midnight, cloudy with a low around 38. Tomorrow, patchy fog before 9 a.m., cloudy with a high near 44. Currently, it is 43 with fog. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
How do you stay humble when you're America's #1 wiper blade? That's what we're currently dealing with at Rain-X. Is it even possible to humble brag when you bully Mother Nature like we do? Do we sound too conceited if we keep repeating how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America? No, we'll take a lesson from our wipers and just keep doing our job with humility. As America's #1 wiper blade. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN AM 1410. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. We hope that you are enjoying this day off for many of you out there. We hope that you're having a good morning as we continue on eventually into the afternoon. What do we have for the schedule for today? Well, I'll be on here until 12 o'clock for Out to Lunch. We have a replay best of 4 life experiences with William Pellerinos. It's with Kelly Tanzer. She's a musical artist, and she even wrote a book as well, too, a couple books. So that'll be coming up. That'll be from 12 until 1 o'clock. We also do have from 1 until 2 o'clock. We've got here, I almost said life experiences again here. No, it's What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn on CRN. So that'll be coming up at 1. That's from 1 until 2 o'clock. From 2 until 4, we have a replay best of Dino's Night Out. So stay tuned for that. And then from 4 to 6, a political talk show will also be on as well, too, as replay. So stay tuned for that. And then the rest of the AM 1410 dial programming will also be on during that time, too. Don't forget, tomorrow is Saturday, so we do have our Saturday programming. We have, of course, Truth About Chicago Sports with Marcus Mack. That's from 8 until 9. Fantasy Football Blitz with David Tees and John Payne. That'll be from 9 until 10. From 10 until 12, it's On the Rise with Mike Napolitano, Dalton Cooper, and also Nick Johnston. So that'll be from 10 until 12. And then from 12 until 2 o'clock, we also have here Chief Guard of the Republic with Paul Burvid and Michael Tuman, and I'll be here sitting in the hot seat, making sure everything runs nice and smoothly. I also sometimes participate in that as well, too. So that'll be coming up for Saturday. So that is what we have here. Also, another show that I recommend listening to on Saturdays is right after Chief Guard of the Republic, and that's from 2 until 5. And it is Rich DeMuro with Rich on Tech. Rich on Tech is a really good show to listen to. It's actually a fan favorite of many of our listeners out there. I've gotten lots of compliments from people who say that Rich on Tech is such a cool show. I know Tammy with Talk Time with Tammy and Friends loves Rich on Tech, listening to it. So if you want to check it out for sure, view his website for more information. We play it on the stick, the AM 1410 dial. It's richontech.tv for more info. He has so much great information when it comes to the latest in technology. So if you want to follow along with that too, definitely good to do that. I also subscribe to his newsletter, so I always get those updates on what's going to be expected on his next show before it happens. So some really good programming that we've got here on WRMN, and we thank you, everyone, for being so supportive of the community. We really do. Let's see what else we have for the national days. We did talk a little bit here about, we talked a little bit here about Boxing Day on the National Today calendar. So we talked a little bit about that. I know there's a couple other days that are recognized. We talked about Day of Goodwill. It is also Kwanzaa recognized today. Happy Kwanzaa or Heri za Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is celebrated starting today, December 26th, and it does go through till January 1st. It's an African-American and Pan-African 7-day cultural holiday celebrating family and community. During the holidays, families celebrate with feasts, music, and dance, and at the end of the holiday with a day dedicated to reflection and recommitment to the 7 principles. Now, if you do want to read a little bit of history, you can find it. There was a professor and chairman of Black Studies at California State University, Long Beach, Dr. Maulana Karenga. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He created Kwanzaa back in 1966 in the midst of the Black Freedom Movement, reflecting concerns for cultural grounding in thought and practice. After the Watts riot in LA, Dr. Karenga looked for ways to strengthen the African American community. He founded the U.S. organization, a cultural organization, and started to research African first fruit or harvest celebrations. Karenga combined aspects of several different harvest celebrations, such as those of the Ashanti and those of the Zulu, to form the basis of Kwanzaa. The name Kwanzaa comes from the phrase Matunda ya Kwanzaa, which means first fruits in Swahili. Swahili is considered a Pan-African language and also happens to be the most widely spoken language in Africa. Basing the language of the holiday in Swahili represents unity throughout the African and Black communities. The first fruit celebrations was recorded in African history as far back as ancient Egypt and Nubia and appeared in ancient and modern times in other classical African civilizations such as Ashantiland and Yorubaland. Kwanzaa developed as a flourishing branch of the African American life and struggle as it recreated and expanded ancient tradition. It draws from the cultures of various African people and is celebrated by millions of Africans and African Americans throughout the nation. So it's got a lot of rich history there if you want to check out more information on it. Some of the celebrations include song and dance, African drums, storytelling, poetry readings as well, and a large traditional meal. There's also, on each of the 7 nights, the family gathers and a child lights on the calendar, lights one of the candles on what's called the Kinara. And one of the 7 principles called Gonzo Saba. Saba is discussed. These principles are values of African culture, which contribute to building and reinforcing community among African Americans. So if you want to read a little bit more of the rich history here, you can find it. It's posted onto nationaltoday.com. That's nationaltoday.com for more info. Please feel free to check it out. Another day that's recognized today is a pretty tasty one. It is National Candy Cane Day. Now, candy canes, of course, are a traditional candy that a lot of people enjoy. It began back in the 17th century, back in Germany. These sweet treats were curved to represent the shepherd's crooks. They later made their ways into the States in the mid-19th centuries, and we see them everywhere now. We see them on trees. We see them on shirts. We see them as decorations around our homes, right, during the holidays. Now, the start of this, of course, started in the 1600s. 1670, the story of candy canes began in the Cologne Cathedral in Germany, where the choir master handed out the bent sweet sticks to his youngest singers to keep them quiet during long-living creche ceremonies. Now, in 1847, August Imgard, German-Swedish immigrant, decorated a small blue spruce with paper ornaments and candy canes in Wooster, Ohio. That was back in 1847. In the 1920s in Albany, Georgia, Bob McCormick began making candy canes by hand and special Christmas treats for his children and friends. That was back in the 1920s. And then in the 1950s, candy canes were made for the masses. Gregory Keller, a Catholic priest, invented a machine to automate the production of candy canes. And it is a much-loved treat that many of us enjoy to this day. Another day that's recognized today is National Thank You Note Day. This is a day recognized as a day to put the phone down, dust off your stationery, and get to writing. There's no official known reason as to why this day was created, but we have a feeling it has to do with the many presents people may have received yesterday. So this is National Thank You Note Day, saying thank you, of course, to everyone, and also a thank you to your loved ones, a thank you to the community, a thank you to our first responders as well, too. So it's a day of being grateful and a day of being thankful. In Ireland, today is celebrated. It is St. Stephen's Day. As the name suggests, it is dedicated to the Christian Saint Stephen. This day commemorates the saint who was the first Christian martyr and was known for his service to the poor and needy. In Ireland, this day sometimes is called Day of the Wren, which got its name from an old tradition involved using a wren's feathers for good luck. St. Stephen's Day stems from the Catholic tradition, and some Christians may even go to the church for a special sermon on this day. So there's lots of good days that are recognized today. You can find this and more posted onto nationaltoday.com. The time is 45 past the hour. We'll take a quick time out. When we come back, I'll see if maybe there is a conversation story. If not, we can read through a couple different big questions of the day as well, too. So stay tuned for that and more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN AM 1410. And we'll be back with more after these messages. Stay tuned.
Get ready for an unforgettable night out in downtown St. Charles at O-Shows, where live music, dining, and entertainment come alive. Visit the iconic Arcada Theater at 105 East Main Street and experience the venue voted Chicagoland's premier entertainment destination. Whether you're enjoying a headliner concert, dining at Rock and Ravioli, or hitting the speakeasy at Club Arcada, O-Shows creates memories. Tickets and event info at oshows.com, and you can call 630-962-7000. That's 630-962-7000. Make your reservation, bring your friends, and plan your next event at O-Shows. Live music, dining, and entertainment, all in one place. Visit oshows.com and join the fun tonight. Supporter of the America's First Responder Fest.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you.
800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. That's 800-433-3082.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. We are getting closer into that 11 o'clock hour. Now, what we'll be doing here, of course, is I'll still be continuing on here for the Out to Lunch segment during the 11 o'clock hour. We'll go through, of course, kind of what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. It is Friday, so there's no Tradio. We have from 12 until 1 o'clock a replay best of life experiences with William Pellerinos. That'll be from 12 until 1. From 1 until 2, we have What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn. From 2 until 4, we've got a replay best of show for Dino's Night Out. We've got here also for a political talk show coming up from 4 until 6 o'clock. And then after that, the rest of it is other programming that we have available here to tune in on that AM 1410 dial. What I wanted to do is I wanted to talk a little bit here about a particular celebration that's coming up about a month away from now. And of course, we know it. The New Year's is coming up very soon. New Year's Eve is coming up this Wednesday, next Wednesday. And then New Year's Day is Thursday, right? It's a tradition. Started, of course, with the calendar. We've got fun activities to do. A lot of people go out partying. But there is another very, very big holiday. In fact, it's one of China's biggest holidays. Actually, it's China's biggest holiday. And I wanted to talk about it with you today. This is a conversation story that was posted last year under Ethics and Religion, and it's the Lunar New Year and how it's celebrated. So this was written by author Mario Pasecki, who is a professor of Buddhist studies and Chinese religion at the University of Florida. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this with you. And it sounds like something maybe you might be interested in celebrating as well, or maybe you and your family have this tradition. It's a good way to follow along, and we'll give you some history and some interesting insights on this. Among China's traditional holidays and celebrations, none ranks higher in importance than the Lunar New Year. Also known as the Spring Festival, or simply Chinese New Year, it marks the beginning of the year according to the traditional lunar calendar. Now, you can actually find a picture of the lunar calendar and some really rich history on what it is, and you can find that just all online, right? So the lunar calendar is something that you can check out. Let me see if I can find it here. And lunar calendar really is those phases of the moon, right? That's the lunar calendar, the moon phases, northern, southern hemisphere, things like that. But yes, this is something we're talking about here. The Lunar New Year usually starts sometime between late January and mid-February. Now, last year, the festivities began on January 29th. So if you want to look up here, 2026 Chinese New Year and when it's going to be celebrated, it looks like it's going to actually be next year in February. So it's a little over a month away from now, but it's going to be Tuesday, February 17th is when it starts through till Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. So it does start a little bit later. It's also, they have a whole list of different things that they do too, which we'll talk a little bit about here. Now, in mainland China, official celebrations last for 7 days as a public holiday. As a scholar of Chinese religious history and culture, what fascinates the author of this article, Mario, the most is how these celebrations are a reminder of the longevity and vibrancy of traditional Chinese culture. So we start off here with food, gifts, and celebrations. At its core, the Lunar New Year is a celebration that brings the family together. Preparations start a week in advance and include cleaning and decorating the home, as well as shopping, especially for gifts and provisions, and also food preparation. A central event is the family dinner at the New Year's Eve. The choices of dishes varies, really, but reflecting family customs and local culinary traditions, you might find here usually dumplings, spring rolls, cakes, fish, and pork dishes. There is also a fair amount of drinking, especially traditional wines or liquor. Many of the dishes are assigned symbolic meanings. For instance, dumplings are given the shape of gold ingots to invoke good fortune. Other customs associated with the New Year celebrations include the giving of red envelopes containing money, usually by elders to younger members of the family. The red color, which also features is featured prominently in New Year's decorations, as we've noticed in Chinese New Year, symbolizes prosperity as well as good fortune. Traditionally, families and local communities burn firecrackers to mark the new year and to ward off monsters. According to legend, the origin of the practices go back to a story about a monster called Nian, who is believed to have been causing great harm to some of the villages. In response, the villagers are said to have started off explosions to scare off the monster, and the practice is caught on. However, more recently, the government has been cracking down on this traditional practice on the grounds of it being dangerous and also polluting as well. So what is the year? Now let's see what we have here. What is the Chinese year for 2026? Last year, it was the year of the snake. This is the year of the fire horse, 2026. 2026 is the year of the fire horse. This year, because we're still in 2025, is the year of the snake. But coming up next year will be year of the fire horse. So kind of interesting there too. Signifying a period of intense energy, freedom, passion, and bold action, with the fire element amplifying the horse's natural drive for independence and adventure. But this year, it is the year of the snake. According to the Chinese zodiac signs, each year in the lunar cycle is associated with a particular animal. This is a 12-year cycle that repeats itself. Thus, there are 12 animals associated with each year in the cycle. There are the rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. Excuse me. The snake is the sixth of the 12 animals that constitutes the zodiac, coming just after the dragon, the most auspicious of all signs. Thus, sometimes the year of the snake is referred to as the little dragon year. The article continues on to write a little bit more on what some of the traditions are. Some of the traditions include, of course, religiosity and the New Year gala. These include domestically oriented rituals associated with popular Chinese deities, such as the kitchen god and the god of wealth. Family members also make offerings and engage in other rituals related to ancestor worship. Commonly, these include food offerings and the burning of incense at home altars. Also during this period, many people go to Buddhist and Taoist temples, as well as other places of worship. They engage in traditional forms of piety, including offering incense and praying for good luck and fortune. Large temples tend to become very busy, with long lines of worshipers often waiting for hours in order to offer their first incense of the year. A modern element is ushering the New Year is watching the New Year's gala, or gala, however you pronounce it, a popular variety show that features singing, dancing, comedy, and drama. Now, it first aired back in 1983, and ever since then, it has been a broadcast to a countrywide audience by CCTV, the national TV broadcaster. There's also some celebrations outside of China as well, some other parts of Asia, including Vietnam and Singapore, and also all across the world. In the U.S. here, of course, a lot of us eat Chinese food. We celebrate it. It's something fun to enjoy as well. And over the centuries, the coming together of the New Year's celebration has remained an important part of the cultural heritage for Chinese families, connecting the past to the present wherever they might happen to be. So interesting history there, and that'll be coming up next year in February, going on into March. The year of the fire horse is coming up next year, 2026. So entering the year with gusto, if I do say so myself. Coming up next, we got more here on Out to Lunch. We'll talk more about what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. So stay tuned for that, and we'll be back with more in just a little bit. When tragedy strikes, you need more than a lawyer, you need a voice. Romanucci and Blandon fight for justice in cases of personal injury, wrongful death, civil rights, and medical malpractice. With over $1 billion recovered, their results speak loud. Call 312-458-1000 or visit rblaw.net. That's 312-458-1000. Romanucci and Blandon, national impact, personalized care, no fee unless they win. Proud supporter of America's First Responders Fest.
When it comes to orthopedic and spine surgery, Prime Healthcare St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin leads the way. Recognized by U.S. News and World Report as a high performer across multiple surgery types, we offer advanced and minimally invasive procedures supported by state-of-the-art imaging technology. Our expert surgeons and compassionate care teams are here to help you move, heal, and live better every step of the way. St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, exceptional care close to home.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Rain-X. This holiday season, U.S. drivers are seeing some welcome relief at the pump. AAA says December has been the cheapest month for gas this year, with the national average holding around $2.86 a gallon. That's more than 18 cents lower than a year ago. Google's parent company, Alphabet, is buying data center energy firm Intersect for $4.75 billion. The deal aims to secure massive power supplies needed for artificial intelligence. Intersect will operate independently as Google expands AI data centers nationwide. Instacart says it is ending a price testing program after some shoppers saw different prices for the same items. The company says the test raised trust concerns and will stop immediately. Retailers will still set prices, but Instacart will no longer support item price testing. The Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce has elected attorney Stephen A. Magala as its 2026 board chair. Magala, a resident of Elgin and shareholder at Lavelle Law, has served on the Chamber's board since 2023. He brings extensive experience in corporate law, mergers and acquisitions, and commercial real estate. Chamber CEO Carol Geiske praised his leadership, noting his commitment to strengthening membership programs and services. Magala says he looks forward to working with the board and staff to enhance value for members and support the Elgin community. A Batavia man is facing murder charges after police say he killed his wife early Tuesday morning. Officers responded to an apartment on Church Street around 4:30 a.m. after 37-year-old Hector Luvianos Barrera called dispatchers to report that he had just killed his wife. Police found the woman with life-threatening injuries, and first responders pronounced her dead at the scene. Luvianos Barrera was taken into custody without incident and has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. He's being held at the Kane County Jail ahead of a detention hearing. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Are you like everybody else in the world who has no idea what to get everyone for the holidays? Well, you're in luck. We got you. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching, no fuss. Plus, Skechers slip-ins come in everyone's favorite styles and colors. And you can get slip-ins everywhere stylish footwear is sold, including a Skechers store. Or if you're too busy to shop in person, just get them online at Skechers.com, Amazon, and more.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/Investor Day.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Starbucks. The Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce has elected attorney Stephen A. Magala as its 2026 board chair. Magala, a resident of Elgin and shareholder at Lavelle Law, has served on the Chamber's board since 2023. He brings extensive experience in corporate law, mergers and acquisitions, and commercial real estate. Chamber CEO Carol Geiske praised his leadership, noting his commitment to strengthening membership programs and services. Magala says he looks forward to working with the board and staff to enhance value for members and support the Elgin community. A Batavia man is facing murder charges after police say he killed his wife early Tuesday morning. Officers responded to an apartment on Church Street around 4:30 a.m. after 37-year-old Hector Luvianos Barrera called dispatchers to report that he had just killed his wife. Police found the woman with life-threatening injuries, and first responders pronounced her dead at the scene. Luvianos Barrera was taken into custody without incident and has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. He's being held at the Kane County Jail ahead of a detention hearing.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Brought to you by Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blade. Today, areas of fog before 11 a.m., then cloudy with a high near 47. This afternoon, temperatures falling to around 44. Tonight, patchy fog after midnight, cloudy with a low around 38. Tomorrow, patchy fog before 9 a.m., cloudy with a high near 44. Currently, it is 43 with fog. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
How do you stay humble when you're America's #1 wiper blade? That's what we're currently dealing with at Rain-X. Is it even possible to humble brag when you bully Mother Nature like we do? Do we sound too conceited if we keep repeating how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America? No, we'll take a lesson from our wipers and just keep doing our job with humility. As America's #1 wiper blade. Rain-X. Outsmart.
They're simple, boring, never thought of until they're needed. They're windshield wipers. Only when Mary Anderson became annoyed that New York trolley drivers were stopping to wipe their windshield by hand did anybody do something about it. By attaching a spring-loaded arm to a rubber blade, one woman made travel easier and safer. Look to innovate and pass it on. From passiton.com.
Start your weekend right with Dino's Night Out, Fridays from 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM. Dino covers what's hot across the Fox Valley, from live shows to food fests and everything in between. Proudly sponsored by the legendary Arcada Theater at 105 East Main Street in St. Charles. Your home for unforgettable concerts, comedy, and more. Tune in on WRMN 1410 AM or stream at WRMN1410.com. Dino's Night Out, your guide to the weekend vibe.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. It is the 11 o'clock hour here. We hope that you are enjoying the morning so far. Temperatures are reaching into the 40s today. That is what we are seeing. We hope that your day is going swell today, the day after Christmas. Maybe you celebrate Boxing Day. Temperatures currently right now are at 45. It does feel like 35 degrees outside today. We're going to see those temperatures continuing to drop a little bit here as we continue on throughout the day. Again, we are in kind of that, I don't know, the dense fog warning is kind of gone now. Now, we are going to be seeing that coming up potentially later tonight. So if you're driving, maybe you're coming home from the holidays, right? You want to make sure that you have enough time to prepare yourself for that. But that's going to be coming up later tonight. We see a low of 36 degrees. I actually should look up the traffic report, see what's going on here if the travel is a little bit heavier, especially because it's the holidays. But we'll do that in just a bit. Tonight's going to be a low of 36 degrees. That'll be coming up. We see cloudy skies pretty much throughout the forecast for tomorrow. For tonight, tomorrow, the 27th, we see a high of 46 degrees is in that forecast. Morning fog coming through again, similar to today. Cloudier skies in the afternoon. We see a low of 42 degrees coming through. That'll be cloudy during the evening with a few showers developing later. Areas of dense fog are going to be in that forecast with a low of 42 degrees. Chance of rain is predicted to be at 30%. Heading on into Sunday, the 28th, we see rain likely, areas of dense fog once again. Rainfall is near half an inch coming up for Sunday, the 28th. A high of 54 is in that forecast. Now, it does drop down to a low of 15, so there is that drastic change in the weather and in those temperatures there. Rain and snow showers in the evening will be giving way to mainly snow showers coming up late. Now, chance of snow is at 50% predicted right now, and it does show accumulations of less than an inch. So it's not really going to be a huge amount of snow, but again, in between the transition of 54 is our high and a low of 15, we could get a little chance of some of that freezing rain if the temperatures stay really within the 30s and 40s there. But eventually getting down to a low of 15 degrees. So just want to put that out there for you folks. Monday the 29th, we see a high of 22, windy with on and off snow showering during the morning. It's predicted to feel colder, of course. It's going to be colder throughout the day with a low of 11 degrees, partly cloudy. That's coming up for Monday night. Tuesday rolls around. We see a high of 26, partly cloudy skies in the morning, giving way to more cloudier skies during the afternoon. We see a low of 24 degrees coming through, considerable amount of clouds. That's for Tuesday the 30th. Wednesday is predicted to be a high of 27, mainly cloudy, dropping down to 13 as our low, mostly cloudy skies early, becoming partly cloudy later. And that's going to be for Wednesday the 31st. That is New Year's Eve. On New Year's Day, it's the first day of January, the first day of the year 2026. We start off with some mainly sunny skies. A high of 20 degrees is in that forecast with a low of 4 degrees. A chilly night for Thursday night. That's a low of 4 degrees. Clear skies, though, so we're going to start the new year with some nice sunny skies. Friday is also predicted to be pretty nice and sunny, generally sunny despite a few afternoon clouds, and a high of 24 is in that forecast with a low of 17 coming through, partly cloudy in the evening, more clouds for later at night. Next Friday is going to be that full moon, so stay tuned for that. If you want to check out more post-Christmas holiday travel weather and some more, you can find that posted onto the USA National Forecast weather.com, especially there too. Hopefully your travel before Christmas was holly and jolly. However, we are seeing that there could be a few trouble spots. Friday, the day after Christmas, which is today, could have travel delays in parts of Northeast and West. That also includes the Great Lakes, including some snow, sleet, and freezing rain expected to spread from the Great Lakes into the Northeast. Now, there is a map that you can find as well, too, in the Chicagoland area. It does look like that snow will be coming through eventually, but it's not going to be a super heavy one. Precipitation, especially on the 28th, predicted to be some rain and / snow, like we did say. And you can find this posted onto the Weather Channel's website. So it's looks like it's going to be a little bit more on the rainier side. Could see a potential part of some little bit of snow coming up over for that 28th into next week. But again, that'll be next week. So depending on where you're going to be traveling, when you're going to be traveling, is good to keep note of keeping track of the travel forecast there. Taking a look at Travel Midwest, I'm not really seeing anything that's popping up to me. If you do want to view, of course, different things, you can find it travelmidwest.com. Depending on where you might be living, there might be some construction going on. Of course, there always is, it seems to be. But again, pinpoint specifically where you are located, and you should be able to find some of that, the different things. I'm trying to find it on the map here, and it's not showing where the Fox River Valley is. There we go. I was losing my track here of where it is. Of course, other than that, it looks like traffic is a tad bit heavier when you do happen to go on to 90, as well as 294. As expected, getting closer into the city. Again, a lot of people are traveling, so it is expected to see that. Keep in mind, too, with the weather and temperatures as well. Out into Arlington Heights on to 290, there is some construction. Just a little bit here that we're seeing on northbound Illinois 53 from Kirchhoff Road to US 12 and further down into Winthrop Village right near there. So just a little bit of some of that there too. A lot of people traveling. Just keep your eyes peeled for that. You can find it again. That's posted onto travelmidwest.com. Don't forget you can follow along here with us posted onto our YouTube channel. Just recently posted now. We've got Fridays with the Finest with Chief Anna Lally. She did discuss with us a couple things that happened over these past couple of days. And also she talked a little bit with us about how the fact is that first responders, people who are in police and fire, they don't really get a whole lot of days off. And that's something that we forget and that sometimes we can take for granted as well too. They do it because they love their job, of course. So if you want to watch that video, you can find it. It's posted onto our YouTube channel. It's Fridays with the Finest. You can also find it on our playlist as well too. We got lots of good things to talk about today. We'll go through more on exploreelginarea.com. I have a couple different things I wanted to also mention here as well too. We'll talk about that. That's posted on the Kane County Connects, and we'll see forth on that too. We'll also take a look here and see what else is happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. Remember, you are listening to Out to Lunch here on WRMN AM 1410, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. We'll take a quick time out. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch. Stay tuned.
On Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his CDL, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended the case, and the DUI expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety tests as well as the breathalyzer test. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcript from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Ready to tackle your junk piles? Call the Junk Luggers. From old furniture to entire cleanouts, we do the heavy lifting. And here's the best part. We rehome and recycle as much as possible to keep it all out of landfills. Feel good about your cleanout the green way. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today for your eco-friendly, stress-free service.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
The new novel, titled DUI Jury Trial, is the true story of two lawyers who defend a truck driver who is charged with DUI. If he's convicted, this truck driver faces a lifetime disqualification of his commercial driver's license, which would prevent him from ever driving a truck again. This 3-year legal battle culminates in a courtroom showdown, which involves the testimony of a DUI expert witness. This book, DUI Jury Trial, is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Kids today live in a world full of social pressure, bullying, and substance abuse. LEAD has a solution. LEAD connects law enforcement agencies with schools to deliver tested, proven, and effective anti-drugs and violence training to kids. Learn more about LEAD, Law Enforcement Against Drugs and Violence, and our work to create safer, healthier communities at leadrugs.org or on social media at We Are LEAD. Sponsored by LEAD, Inc.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town. Thank you, everyone, for, of course, tuning in today. We hope you're enjoying this lovely day outside. I know it is a little bit more on the overcast side of things, but don't let that stop you from having a good day, like I do always say. Yes, I know you've heard it before. You've heard me say it a lot. Yes. We've got here at the 12 o'clock hour a best of replay for the life experiences with William Pellerinos. And over the holidays here, a couple days ago, he sent me a nice picture of him. And he is out in Florida there. Look at him. He is happy. And it looks to be very nice weather there as well because he's wearing some short sleeve shirts. Oh, how nice that is, too. And he's in front of a nice large Christmas tree, it looks like, in a downtown area in Florida. So, Bill, I'm glad you're having a good day. I'm glad you're having a great holiday season. Looking forward to seeing you coming up into the next year. Continuing on with the life experiences with William Pellerino. So stay tuned for that. Let's go through what we've got going on here in the Fox River Valley area. Now, of course, recently posted just a couple days ago, of course, a nice holiday message from the Kane County Board Chairman celebrating this holiday season. We hope that every member of our Kane County community feels safe and valued, even in times of uncertainty, and remains confident in the strength and compassion of the place we call home. May we continue to respect the wisdom of our senior citizens, extend a caring hand to those who are struggling, take pride in our neighbors who are striving to succeed, and set positive examples for our children through kindness, understanding, and compassion. This season also invites us to remain open to diverse viewpoints so that we may continue to learn and grow from one another and together. As Pope Leo XIII wisely reminds us, quote, each needs the other. Capital cannot do without labor, nor labor without capital, end quote. Timeless reflection of how our differences and unique contributions strengthen our community and bind us together as one Kane County. Wishing you peace, warmth, joy, and joy in the year ahead. That's from Corrine M. Pirog, Kane County Board Chairman. So thank you, Corrine, for posting that onto the Kane County Connects and that nice message. Something else here, too, just in some recent news, recently posted, this was on Christmas Eve, Kane County is launching a new public safety alert system. This was posted by the Kane County Connect staff. If you want to stay informed, stay connected, and stay safe, Kane County is rolling out a brand new public safety alert system to deliver fast, reliable updates during urgent situations 24/7. Signing up is quick, easy, and free. It only takes a few minutes to create an account and add your contact information. You can choose how you get your alerts and unsubscribe anytime. So you can pick how you receive your alerts. So if you prefer text message, they've got that option, phone call, email, or mobile app. Whether it's a county-wide emergency or a neighborhood specific alert, you can get the information you need when you need it. Now, what are some of the alerts that you can expect? Well, you get real-time notifications about situations that could affect your safety, including severe weather watches and warnings, hazardous materials, incidents or gas leaks, large-scale police activity, evacuation or shelter-in-place orders, road closures and major traffic disruptions, other critical public safety updates as well, too. I'm definitely going to subscribe to this, so anytime I'm on the air here and I do get an alert, I'll let you folks know about that. And, of course, your info does stay private. Your contact is used to send emergency alerts, nothing else. So if you want to sign up today, you can go online, find this article posted onto KaneCountyConnects.com. You can sign up for those alerts, or you can scan a QR code as well, too. So I definitely will sign up for that via email so I can get those messages. So we can keep you up to date and in the loop here on WRMN. Lots of other fun activities will be coming up here as well, too. So stay tuned for all of that greatness that's out there. You can find all of this posted onto what's happening in Elgin pages, what's happening in St. Charles, Geneva, all of those good things. Let's talk a little bit here on what's coming up today, specific events that are happening today. If you go on to explorealgenaria.com, there's lots of things that have been posted. Rookies Rock House today has their Paperboy Riot Band and also Choice. This is at 96 West Main Street in West Dundee. It's tonight at 7 p.m. and it does go until 10 p.m. Is when that is. So it's going to be a fun band to enjoy, all ages. Doors open at 6:15. The show starts at 7, and it's going to be at Rookies Rock House. You can visit their website at rookiesrockhouse.com for more information if you'd like. Martini Room is also having an event here coming up tonight. That's at 8 p.m. and it does go until 11. And it's called, it's a performance live by Craig McCreary. That'll be coming up at the Martini Room. So if you want to view that, that's tonight from 8 until 11 o'clock. And that's at the Martini Room located here in Elgin. Let's see some other things coming up tonight. Friday the 26th from 8:30 until 10. Copper Barrel on State Street has their 50s, 60s, and 70s music bingo. So if you are a big fan of music from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, maybe you happen to know specific songs that you want to share, or of course, play some bingo. I played bingo last night with my family for Christmas after dinner. It's a fun game to play, a simple and traditional game. So that's coming up at Copper Barrel. Let's see. Saturday the 27th, Rookies Rock House has another performance by Poisoned Crew. This is including guest bands The Beautiful Disaster and Bone Shaker. That'll be coming up tomorrow on the 27th. Steep and Clay just around the corner here. Actually, really not even around the corner. A couple doors down from the station at 8 Douglas Avenue. On Sunday, they have a chai tasting. Join them Sunday morning from 10 a.m. to noon for an exquisite chai tasting event designed to immerse you in the delicate and refined world of the prized tea blend. Chai is delicious. I remember first trying chai, I think I was maybe 6th or 7th grade. And I remember a kid from my class named Josh brought some chai in for the class to try out. I had never heard of chai before. Many of the students hadn't either. And he said it's a really good tea to try. And it's something that him and his family liked. He was one of, I think, like 14, 15 kids. He had a big family. He was in my class. He was a real nice kid. So I remember him bringing in chai for the class to try out. And I really liked it. A lot of the kids did too. So chai tasting, perfect for the tea enthusiasts, beginners, and anyone really eager to deepen their appreciation for chai. There is an allergy note posted on here too. They're going to be using soy milk in all of their teas. So check out more information. You can also support local at the Steep in Clay right here on 8 Douglas Avenue. Just a couple doors down from us. Give them a try. Check them out, steepandclay.com for more information. Their hours are Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and they're also open on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 4. Recognizing local businesses to ensure quality experience, and of course, that money goes back into the community as well, too. In-store pickups are available Wednesday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4. Orders shipped daily. If you want to call them for more information, their number's on the screen. You can also check out their shop, view what's in there. Nothing beats actually physically going in. Go inside, check out the shop. It's really cool. But if you do want to shop online too, they've got lots of different teas. They've got stress relief tea, Madagascar coconut, passion peach, and for a decent price as well too. They've got chamomile rose moringa tea, which is pretty good. At least it looks pretty good. They've got Earl Grey. They've got build a tea box, so you can actually build your own tea box, which is pretty cool. So very nice. Rose petals, those are rose tea is always very good too. I enjoy that. So you can check that out, view more information as well on the What's Happening pages. That's from exploreelginarea.com. Those are some fun things coming up this weekend that you can enjoy. Of course, some other things that I've already mentioned here as well. Still, Magical Christmas drive-thrus going on. That's coming up, still continuing on until December 30th. There's also still the Magical Christmas light shows, including the Larson Light Show and Gobert's Drive-Thru still going on until January 4th. So we've got some good things still that are happening for the holidays, if you still want to hang on to some of that too. Of course, lots of fun New Year's things are coming up. I know we're going to be talking about that next week. We're going to be definitely discussing things coming up for New Year's because there are tons of different parties that are going to be available. And we might even maybe talk about some of that today too. So stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch. WRMN will continue on talking more about what's happening locally in the community. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more after these messages, bottom of the hour news, and messages from our sponsors.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Hot Hands. A Batavia man is facing murder charges after police say he killed his wife early Tuesday morning. Officers responded to an apartment on Church Street around 4:30 a.m. after 37-year-old Hector Luvianos Barrera called dispatchers to report that he had just killed his wife. Police found the woman with life-threatening injuries, and first responders pronounced her dead at the scene. Luvianos Barrera was taken into custody without incident and has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. He is being held at the Kane County Jail ahead of a detention hearing. This holiday season, U.S. drivers are seeing some welcome relief at the pump. AAA says December has been the cheapest month for gas this year, with the national average holding around $2.86 a gallon. That's more than 18 cents lower than a year ago. Google's parent company, Alphabet, is buying data center energy firm Intersect for $4.75 billion. The deal aims to secure massive power supplies needed for artificial intelligence. Intersect will operate independently as Google expands AI data centers nationwide. Instacart says it is ending a price testing program after some shoppers saw different prices for the same items. The company says the test raised trust concerns and will stop immediately. Retailers will still set prices, but Instacart will no longer support item price testing. The Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce has elected attorney Stephen A. Magala as its 2026 board chair. Magala, a resident of Elgin and shareholder at Lavelle Law, has served on the Chamber's board since 2023. He brings extensive experience in corporate law, mergers and acquisitions, and commercial real estate. Chamber CEO Carol Geiske praised his leadership, noting his commitment to strengthening membership programs and services. Magala says he looks forward to working with the board and staff to enhance value for members and support the Elgin community. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wines and beers all nestled on shelves. Got some advice from our helpful elves. Oh, so many gifts to explore when you go to Total Wine and more. Bottles so delightful, whoa. Price so amazingly low.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized Cash Rewards or unlimited Cash Rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Rights reserved.
Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today. And speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Today, cloudy with a high near 45, temperatures falling to around 42 in the afternoon. Northwest wind gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, patchy fog after midnight, cloudy with a low around 38. Looking ahead to tomorrow, patchy fog before 9 a.m., cloudy with a high near 44. Currently it is 45 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America.
That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and board babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. We are broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, of course, for tuning in today. We hope that you are enjoying this day today. It is definitely, a little bit of an overcast day outside today, but that is a-okay. What we're going to be doing next here pretty much throughout the rest of the show is talking about what is happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. We want to keep you in tune and up to date on some things. But before we do that, let's share some fun pictures from the morning show the other day. If you don't know, go back and watch it on YouTube. It's available. They've got some great pictures out there, some funny ones as well, some Merry Christmas pictures, some Google Gemini AI-generated pictures as well, too. Funny, of course. There is our very own L Train Serrano dressed up as an elf with Mr. Santa Claus. There is the lovely Sue. Looks like she's all dressed up. That's cute. I love the Google Gemini stuff is so cool. That's fun. Oh my goodness. There's Derek, and there's Samantha, and the Grinch is also there too. And another one of Elliot working hard as an elf. It looks like there's proof that he was an elf there too. They've got some other some funny ones there too. Some nice pictures if you want to check them out. View them, of course, on our Facebook page, facebook.com/WRMN radio. Hit that subscribe button and like us so that you always know what's going on. If you want to call into the show today, 847-931-1410. Tell us what you did for Christmas yesterday if you celebrate Christmas and the holidays. What are some of the delicious food that you had? Maybe you dressed up, maybe you dressed down, maybe it was a casual Christmas, maybe it was a very fancy, exquisite one. Maybe you went out to eat. Maybe you decided, I'm not cooking today. I'm going to go out to eat. I'm going to support a local business. Or maybe you had everything catered to you. Or maybe you made every little thing by scratch, including the bread. So whatever you might have done, if you want to call in, you don't have to, but if you want to call into the show today, 847-931-1410, you can send over pictures to us. Let us know how some of your fun festivities were today or yesterday, and maybe even still continuing on today too. Let's see what's going on here locally in the Fox River Valley area. We have the Anderson Humane's Fur Babies of the Week. We want to talk about this one, of course. This is such a cute one, the Forever Home Babies, Fur Babies of the Week, posted by FoxValleyMagazine.com and Anderson Humane. This is posted today. The first one on this list is the adorable Damien. Damien is an adorable 3-month-old puppy with a face that's hard to resist and a bright future ahead of him. As he grows into the amazing young adult dog that he's meant to be, Damien will need plenty of time, attention, and commitment to his forever family. I have to say here, too, and this is not an insult, this is something cute. If you're looking on YouTube right now, I've got his picture up here of Damien the dog. And I have to say, if you're a Harry Potter fan, you notice his ears maybe look a little bit like Dobby the elf, a little bit there. I think that's cute. That's something I noticed right away, but nonetheless. He's looking for a home ready to help him with socialization, training, including house training, and lots of appropriate exercise. Like all puppies, Damien is still learning the rules of the world, including what's okay to chew on and what's not. So a little puppy proofing and patience will go a long way. So if you want to check it out, ahconnects.org is where you can go to. And the next one on this list is Robin. Robin is a 2-year-old beauty with a gentle soul, a nice feline cat. She may be shy at first, but with a little time and patience, she does blossom into a sweet and loving companion. Robin is the kind of cat who prefers to take things slow, observe her surroundings before showing her softer side. Once she feels comfortable, then her affectionate nature does shine through, and she'll be happy to share her quiet love with you. If you're looking for a loyal friend who will reward your kindness with trust and devotion, Robin may be the perfect match for you. So there's a nice, very nice fur babies of the week that you can check out on Anderson Humane. Recently did an interview with them not too long ago as well. So if you want to check that out, that's posted onto our YouTube channel. Some other things here as well. The voices of their fall 2025 graduates at Elgin Community College are here. If you want to read their essays and get inspired, you can read them. Graduate essays are there, including folks from many different walks of life. So definitely check out some of those graduates. There is even a graduate named Claire who's 71, having fun and still not done. So you can be any age to graduate. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be in their 20s and 30s. You can be any age to graduate. Get that certificate, that associate's, the bachelor's, master's degree. I always say, learning is so important, and it's good to, continue to learn, to grow, right? And you can always do some fun stuff. You can take classes. That was something my grandpa did. My grandpa Bill, even into his 70s, and even I think maybe even in his 80s too. He took classes at ECC for fun. He did it for fun because he wanted to learn. He wanted to interact with people, and that's so important to do as well. So very cool. I think that would be fun. If I was older, maybe retired, I think it would be cool to take a class, take like a nice class, maybe even do jewelry making again. It's been a long time, and jewelry making was one of my favorite courses at ECC. I had some really great professors, and I even had some of the most of the people in the class were actually older that were learning to make jewelry, and some of them already knew how to make jewelry. And even had it as a profession, but they just loved learning and they loved doing it too. So very cool to experience that. When you go to college, especially ECC, you interact with all different walks of life. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So great college to go to. Definitely recommend it. Elgin Community College, local in the community. Recently posted here by Pads of Elgin, sometimes the most powerful moments happen in passing. A laugh in the kitchen, a familiar goodbye, a reminder that shelter is more than a bed, it's relationship, trust, and people who walk beside you every day. If you want to read, there's a whole story here that they recently posted. 2 case managers whose presence is helping guests move from fear to possibility and from shelter to home. This is Kayleen and Christina. So Pads of Elgin recently posted this article here, and if you do want to read it for yourself, you can find it at padsofelgin.org. It's a really nice story for you to read, and if you want to, feel free to check it out. At Pads of Elgin, they often say that shelter is more than a bed. It's a connection. It's trust. It's good to have that. So this week, case manager Kayleen Tyler walked through the kitchen where their guests were gathering before dinner. She called out, "Okay, I'm ready to go home now." Immediately, the room lit up with laughter. "Sure you are. See you in the morning. Don't forget the Christmas ornaments." It was a small moment, but it revealed something powerful: the deep relationships that their guests form with the people who walk beside them. How cool is that? So very nice. If you want to read a little bit more on that too, they give lots of gratitude to the community and also their workers as well at Pads of Elgin. So wanted to throw that out there and give them some love too. Check it out, Pads of Elgin Incorporated, located in Elgin. You can find them at padsofelgin.org for more info. Some other things here as well. Northern Illinois Food Bank recently posted as well here too. As the year comes to a close, your generosity can go twice as far. Thanks to matching donors, year-end gifts are doubled, helping provide nutritious foods to families facing ongoing challenges across Northern Illinois. Your impact with the match included $10 equals $160 in groceries, $25 at $400 in groceries, $50 at $800, and $100 at $1,600 in groceries. So make a tax-deductible year-end gift today. Help their neighbors start the new year with nourishment and hope. So if you want to check out more information and you want to donate today, you can go to their website or find them on Northern Illinois Food Bank on Facebook. So check them out. We've got more to talk about here as well too. Stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN AM 1410. And we'll be back with more after these messages. Stay tuned.
At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they know life gets busy. That's why they're here 24/7 to keep your car looking spotless, fast, and easy. Their advanced brush-free wash technology delivers a sparkling clean without a single scratch, because they treat your car like it's their own. Here's the best part. Right now, you can get a free car wash just for joining their text club. It's simple. Just text BRITT to 30400, and your first wash is on them. Britain's Touchless Car Wash has two convenient locations, 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin and 555 Willow in West Dundee. They're proud to keep your car clean while giving back to our community. Text BRITT to 30400. That's BRITT to 30400. Now for your free car wash, and see why Britain's Touchless Car Wash is the fast, gentle, and reliable choice.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
When your car needs trusted care, think All Around Auto Body in Schaumburg. Family owned for over 30 years, they deliver high-quality collision repair and dependable service from start to finish. Call 847-352-3825. They're located at 501 Morse Avenue in Unit D. Get your vehicle back in shape with the experts who care. All Around Auto Body, where your car is treated like family. Call 847-352-3825 today. Proud sponsors of America's First Responders Fest.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. That's 800-257-3148.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town. We still have a little bit of time left here that we want to talk to you about what is happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. So, of course, stay tuned for more as we continue on. What are some things that are happening? Well, of course, there's lots going on. Downtown Neighborhood Association of Elgin recently posted an hour ago. I got an email from them. Of course, always on Fridays, they do a little bit of a recap on what is going to be coming up over the next couple of days or even within a week. So it's the spotlight emails, including those holidays. One thing that's coming up here at the Dive Bar, they're going to be having on Monday the 29th, Loteria Mondays. So you can stop in for Loteria Mondays and Loteria and Bucket Specials, it says. The first game starts at 8 p.m. and that's going to be at the Dive Bar. So they have that information posted. There's also coming up Monday, December 29th at the Gail Borden Public Library, the Great Big Bubble Show. Ooh, what's this? Come for a super fun and funny comedic indoor bubble stage show with some of the coolest and biggest bubble tricks kids have ever seen. You'll get to see the bubbles, in ways you've never seen before. Kids will see bubble caterpillars, bubble fidget spinners, bubble volcanoes, bubble filled with fog, and so much more. So there's definitely an artwork to this. If you want to check it out, that's coming up Monday, December 29th from 2 until 3 p.m., and that's going to be at the Gail Borden Public Library. Also coming up as well here, too, there is going to be a Jurassic Park film screening. That's the day after. Feel the thrill, the wonder, and the roar of the original Jurassic Park at this special movie screening and visit the amazing interactive dinosaur exhibit, Explorer exhibit. That's Tuesday, December 30th, and that's going to be from 2 until 4 p.m. is when that is, and that's at the Gail Borden Public Library. So again, kind of a great way to kind of end the experience, the Dino Explorer exhibit, by ending with the great film there too. So feel free to check that out. Danny's on Douglas is having something coming up. This is a Get Ready Elgin. The NYE Smokin' Guns performance will be there. That's for New Year's Eve, Wednesday, December 31st at 6 p.m. So if you want to check it out, $30 tickets includes all-you-can-eat buffet, champagne toast, party favors, and balloon drop at midnight. This is at Danny's on Douglas. So if you're looking for a fun venue to go to, a place with great food, check out Danny's on Douglas here for their New Year's Eve celebration. Smokin' Guns is bringing an amazing country rock show to Danny's on Douglas, singing, dancing, and Texas two-step as well. Come ready to line dance, and you may have to help sing a verse or two. Call today to reserve your ticket to this awesome event. You can visit their website, Danny's on Douglas, or also go to the downtownelgin.com website too to make that reservation. So you'll be able to find that. That'll be coming up on the New Year's Eve. There's also a lot of New Year's Eve parties that are coming up too. We're definitely going to be talking that starting next week. I know, but we'll talk about some of them here too. I know Martini Room has one. Step into the glow of a brand new year at Martini Room. They have their electrifying New Year's Eve 2026 bash. They're going to be having great music, cocktails, DJ spinning, signature holiday martinis, handcrafted cocktails, midnight champagne toast, party favors, and photo-ready moments, dress to impress and light up the night. So if you want to get a little sparkly and shazzy, I don't know why I said that way. I don't think that's the right word. Sparkly and chic. There you go. Sparkle chic. And glamorous. That's great for, of course, the New Year's. You know I'm going to be dressing up for the New Year's. You know I will. Because I've got some great celebrations to go to. It's my dad's birthday. We're going to have a nice dinner, and then I'm going to a New Year's Eve party, so it should be fun. That's coming up on Wednesday, December 31st. And then we get into the new year, 2026. My goodness, the time has flown already. So if you want to check this out and more information, find it. That's posted onto, of course, the Downtown Neighborhood Association's website. Of course, you can also go to the What's Happening in Elgin page, and so much more that's out there. Let's see some other things that are coming up here. Tomorrow at 7 p.m., there is Dutch in West having their Naughty Bingo. That sounds like a lot of fun. Puzzle Palooza competition and Puzzle Swap will be at the DeKalb Sports and Recreation this Sunday at 1 p.m. That sounds like a fun event to go to. So that's been posted on the What's Happening pages. Puzzled on trying to find something fun to do this afternoon? Join them for an afternoon filled with friendly competition and lots of fun. Teams 2 to 4 individuals will race against other teams to finish the same 500-piece jigsaw puzzle. The team with the closest to finishing at the end for 2 hours wins. First and second place teams will receive a winning certificate and prize. Stick around after the competition for their puzzle swap. Now, you can bring your own old puzzles that are ready to be rehomed. Please make sure all the pieces are present. And leave with a new To You puzzle. So it's a puzzle swap that's coming up, too. That's at the DeKalb Sports and Recreation Center on 4th Street, South 4th Street, it's actually right near Huntley Middle School, if you're familiar with where that is. So sounds like a fun activity to check out. Batavia Chamber of Commerce recently posted there is a community give back event coming up at Altar Brewing in Downers Grove brought to you by the Anderson Humane Society. So if you want to check that out too, you can find it. That's coming up Monday, December 29th from 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. Central Time. That's at Altar Brewing. So they're going to be having a community giving back day. $1 for every alcoholic beverage sold will be donated to the Anderson Humane Society. So that is fantastic. You can also check out here, Huntley Area Chamber of Commerce recently posted some fun things here, including top 10 moments from their 2025 in the Huntley Area Chamber. If you want to find out more information on that, you can find it posted onto their Facebook page. And finally, of course, you can visit all of the different local businesses and organizations in the Fox River Valley. You can find an array of different shops, restaurants, entertainment, and more, all locally here. And it's important to shop local and support those local businesses because they're here for you in the community. And we hope that you can be here for them too. Shopping local helps to bring money back into the community, helps to make connections with people. And if you have a business or organization local to the Fox River Valley and you want to share your story, share your experience, share your different services and products, feel free to reach out to us. We are here on WRMN to help out with that. As a part of your local radio station, we're here to be a part of the community and for the community. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Up next, we've got pretty much the rest of the day of replays, so stay tuned for that, too. If you want to listen to some of the best of shows, they're already in the log, ready to go. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We hope you are enjoying the holiday season. A happy weekend to everyone. Stay nice and warm and safe out there, too. Up next, of course, we've got Life Experiences with William Pellerinos. It's a best of show with Kelly Tanzer. Who is a musician and a writer. So stay tuned for that. I'm hopping out until Monday, folks. Have a wonderful rest of your day and much love and a fantastic weekend. And of course, if there's anything that you can do, be kind. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of your day.